Hi guys! It's another episode with yours truly, Gwen Lazarito, and today we are celebrating the Chinese New Year. So, happy year of the metallic rat to everyone. Karon, na ako'y gamayng trivia ninyo. So, just in case you don't know, Kong He Fa Choi, the one Chinese phrase that most Filipinos know, actually, it does not mean Happy New Year. It means wishing you wealth for this year. So it literally means that you're wishing wealth for that person. If you say Kong Hee Fa Choi, it's not Happy New Year, guys. So now you know. And ako na siyang gi-insert karon nga trivia sa ako ang vlog for today because I'm going to talk about wealth and I'm going to talk about a certain Chinese that I know. So if you guys don't know, I think most of you guys don't know anino. So I'm going na electric fan, guys. Just in case you're wondering ano. Naglupad-lupad akong buhok. So for those of you who don't know, and many of you don't, I used to work at as a salesperson sa Osaka Chinese nga department store when I was really young, like a decade or so ago. And kaning department store, it was owned by an old Chinese man, like pure Chinese. He came straight out from China. He's not even Chinoy. Speaks little Filipino, Tagalog. And one of the managers, or our manager for the particular floor, was apo atong insik nga tag-iya. And she's the one who actually told us a lot of stories and a lot of things about Angkong. So the owner, we call him Angkong. So in Bisaya, it's Lolo. So kini, those I remember eight. So I remember eight lessons that I've learned from Angkong through his apo. Lesson number one, it's importante ang magtinihik. So kabaw man tanan or halos tanang insik jud nato nga kaila kay medyo may pagkatihik, no, especially for those nga first generation Chinese jud naa jud na sila ang pagkatihik. And it's because bata pa sila, gipadako na daw sila ana nga you have to prioritize expenses before or your budget actually kanang mga kinahanglan jud before buying things that you actually don't really need, and to always spend wisely. Dili na sila basta-basta mopalit og purchases without thinking it through, without discussing it with family members. So inana sad sila katihik, and that is why they are able to accumulate a lot of wealth. Second is tigom. So kabaw naman siguro ta, if you're a Pinoy, you know nga hilig jud kani sila tigom, like apil na jud ni silang habits. And I think that's very admirable, and something that we can actually learn from is to save not only for short-term needs or goals but also for long-term goals. So I remember, this is based from experience jud nga a Chinese family lost their business sa Osaka fire, but 1 month later nakakita mi nga they were able to rebuild their business again. And I remember jud nga kadto sila medyo may pagkabarat man jud nino, kabaw man jud tatanan nga may pagkabarat jud ning mga Chinese. Thus lesson number one, di ba? And they did not get any insurance for kadto nga business, but they were still able to build that business again, and not on utang, because I know the daughter of that particular family, not just like cash to rebuild the business because they've already saved up for it. So inana sila kagrabe motigong that they can just grow or build a business out of their savings. Tip number 3, so pay your purchases in cash. One of the things jud na a lot of Chinese tycoons would say or would kanang advice Filipinos is to pay things in cash. Don't use credit card. Ayaw pangutang bisag sa imuhang family members, especially if wants siya like a cell phone that you don't really need, like the latest iPhone, pay it in cash. And the reason for that is dapat kuno dili ka mupalit sa unsa ang dili nimo kayang bayran, kay if you're using a credit card, that's technically debt because it's credit card. Duh. So that one. And 4, always look for a bargain. So you'll know this, especially if you go to Chinatown nga, or especially if one of kanang naninda ka. I remember I used to be I used to sell things sad in a proper store, and if naagali insik, kabaw na jud ko na magtawad na sad nga ni ron na yung mga inana, because they're really good at looking for a good bargain, and they're not afraid to negotiate. And that's actually good because it's para nila magod, it saves them money, and anything that they can save on, they will pounce on that opportunity. Next is tip number 5, work now, enjoy later. So kani maka-attest jud ko ani kay Angkong would work 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. I know nga he gets up at 5 a.m. And then sleeps at 10 p.m. and tanan ana sa store. He's really hands-on, kanang kabaw jud siya where the money goes, and he always keeps a watchful eye sa iyang mga empleyado. So bisan pa og kabaw mi nga naa na siya kwarta, like daghan na siya kwarta, you don't really see him like lounging around or wala siya sa kanang iyang office kahit naglaag-laag. No, you don't see him like that. He's always at his office. He's the first one at the store, and he's the last one to leave as well. And nangutana mi ana sa iyang apo, and the reason for that is kay ang negosyo. So wala kay ko kasabot sa ana nga rason sa una, but karon nakasabot na ko nga it's actually just good work ethic and being very loyal to your business. Next is reinvest your profit. So kanisad usa sa very valuable ni siya nga lesson, because I know nga kanang, and I even saw this sa amo ang own business sa ako ang family before, nga usahay ang halin kay dili ibalik sa negosyo kay igasto, which the Chinese do not do, or at least those that's one of the things that I learned from Angkong. It's to be able to reinvest your profits back to the business kay para mudako pa imong business, maka-expand pa ka, and possibly expansion, get more stocks, acquire more businesses, or start a new business. So kana jud siya, tuyok jud siya sa business, dili siya dapat kuhaon diretso para i-gasto. And next, the 7th one is practice delayed gratification. So kani I think mo dyan yung pinaka-importante nga lesson nga ako nga learn from Chinese people in general, Chinese businessmen, is that they are willing to sacrifice a lot of things now so that they can get the thing that they really, really want in the future. I hope these lessons will help you. I would greatly suggest that you think, you reflect on these lessons, and then you apply. If not all, then maybe 2 or 3 lang to start, diba? And again, in this year of the rat, I hope that everyone gets a prosperous year. Kong he pa choy, and again, your best life starts when you decide. Bye!